boys? Jeff, how you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing, Jeff? Jeff Stevenson with the biker wave and the beard. Doing great. From Costa Rica. Benelli TNT 25 and your videos help me out. Awesome. Awesome, Rogue. I don't know how to pronounce your first name. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I heard Harley's coming out with like a smaller CC bike, and it's basically just like a Benelli. It's another Benelli. What's up, Thomas? Lion, how you doing, boys? Low riding Matt Kemp. James Wiley, what's up? What is up? I'm looking at real quick some of the analytics and the stream health. Okay, excellent stream health. Good, good, good. I just reset the computer. Boom. All right. So let me see, because Harley-Davidson. While I'm getting everybody in here, Harley-Davidson Benelli. Harley-Davidson Benelli. All right, there we go. So let's go to this. So is the upcoming Harley-Davidson for China, because they're making a Harley-Davidson for China, but they're saying, is it a Benelli? So I remember reading this because I was like, oh wow, new Harley-Davidson bike is coming out. But this is the new Harley-Davidson bike that's coming out, and it's a Benelli. It's a, like, here's, I think the back portion is the Harley. Let's see, there's a better article, I know that. Yeah, 338cc twin is based off of the Benelli. This was back in June that I read this. So this is the new Harley-Davidson that are going to be coming out in China. It's a 338cc parallel twin, but it's based off the Benelli. So the Benelli. So yeah, so look at that. So there's the Harley, and then it transitions into a Benelli. And it's kind of weird how Harley's doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're branding their name. They're not necessarily branding their like, they're not actually putting a bike out there. What's up, Kat? How you doing? All right, now that we got some people in, how you doing? Let's see. Javier 9077. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Channel I misspell it, dude. Chwadi Vang. Your channel has taught me a lot. Only been riding a few weeks. Thanks. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, they have little kids bikes too. Yeah. They're starting to make some kid bikes, which is, I think they're trying to get people hooked on the Harley name, because you know how, like, when you grew up, you were like riding like a Haro and a Fox and all these other things, and you kind of grow up with that brand, right? I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get kids started on the brand and then getting them going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's 'cause I don't think they're marketing to kids. I think they're marketing to adults, because I think marketing to kids is illegal in that aspect. Is just the Benelli event the same color? But yeah, exactly. Can you say hi to my friend Nick Gurr? He loves your content. Isaac Larson. Nick Gurr, how you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing good. Glad you like the stuff. Said your name right? Nice. Yes, I'm pretty good with my hooked on phonics. New rider Stephen Baker. Oh, awesome, man. So guys, here's how this thing works. Typically we were doing a lot of accident scene review stuff, and it was a lot of fun. We're gonna do an hour-long live stream, maybe a little bit longer if you guys are having a lot of fun, and you guys are asking a lot of questions. Maybe we can move on to other things, but basically how I do it is that I'm gonna have a Q&A section, and if you guys have a question, it's like, I don't know what that is, or I want to use a visual aid, I'll switch over to this. So somebody mentioned their Benelli is their bike from Costa Rica, and just kind of my mind goes crazy, and I start thinking, okay, Benelli, what does that remind me of? Oh yeah, I heard about Harley coming out with a new 338cc bike for China. It's basically a Benelli, as you can tell from this. They're just putting their name on it. Looks pretty cool. I have no problem riding one. I think that'd be kind of cool if the Benelli is a good bike. But that's how it goes, guys. So if you have any questions, please send them my way. And we have a really robust DDFM crew. That's the cool thing, is that we have so many people that are a part of this channel and a part of wanting to keep other riders safe, that they will start answering questions, and it's really awesome. It's really awesome. So if you guys have questions, please write it in the chat. And then if you are standing by, you're just kind of watching, and you have an answer for that question, go ahead and write in. There's no dumb thing, guys. There's no dumb questions with me, honestly. If you want to have access to the Discord, which is a giant chat room, we just passed 1,600 members. 1,600 members. We were just barely at 1,500 like a week ago. We're at 1,600 now. So if you would like to chat for free with me and other crew members, there you go. That's a great resource right there. Javier, I fell for the streamer traps. What's the streamer trap, man? There's plenty of streamer traps. What's up, Tony Rain, with all the emojis, boy? Love it. Kat Wayman, I went through the class and got my license, and you have taught me a lot. Now I'm looking for my first bike, a cheap but good beginner bike. Well, you know, what kind of bike are you looking for? Sport bike, dual sport, cruiser bike, naked bike. What else is there? You want to get the live wire, which is $33,000. Like, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Maybe there's some people in the chat will give some good information. But basically, at the end of the day, what I would do if I were you, and I know this wasn't a question and you were just making a statement, but it's a great question because I get it all the time. The question usually goes, what kind of beginner bike should I get? And my answer to that is always, 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 always go to the dealership, sit on the bikes, feel what's comfortable. Don't worry about CCs. Get the ergonomics down first. Like, ergonomics is like how comfortable you are, how you're going to be riding the bike, and then from there choose the CCs, and then from there figure out if this is within your budget. And that's how I would do it. And then once you figure that, when it's like, oh, it's in my budget, then I would come back with my full gear, like helmet, gloves, pants, everything, everything on, sit on that same bike, and still see if I like it. And then if I go back again and still like it, that means I want it. Okay, because I don't like buyer's remorse where I'll go to the place and be like, man, this feels good, buy it right there, and then go home and like, oh, not what I want. So that's kind of what I would do. That's what I would do. Long story short. Been lurking on the channel for several months. Thanks for the content, all the great stuff. Chris Anthony, thank you so much for the kind words, man. Really appreciate it. Let's see. I'm Resist. Hi, any tips for riding sport bikes on the freeway or on the highway? Lots of wind. So crosswinds, so winds coming from the sides. The best thing you could do for those crosswinds is to stick your knee out like a sail. So like I have my hands, these are my hands on the pegs, right? These are my hands, and like my knees are typically tucked in, right? Because I'm grabbing the tank, right? So if there's a wind coming in this way, what I'll do is I'll stick my leg out, and it's gonna act as a sail, and it'll actually pull me, and it'll actually stabilize me a lot. If the wind's coming at front of you, sport bikes are designed for that. They're really designed for that. So you're gonna have to start tucking in a lot more. Okay. So, but the side winds, I would do that. Stick that knee out. Try it out next time you're on the interstate or on the freeway. Let's see. You got your collab. You got your license 3 days ago. Congrats. So if you guys are a YouTube member, and if somebody in the chat says, hey, I just got my license, or I got my bike, or I just bought a helmet, or I bought some gear, I want to see some woos in the chat. If you're a YouTube member, you only get these and a bunch of other emojis and a bunch of other stuff if you become a YouTube member. So guys, remember, it helps with the channel and you get a bunch of cool stuff. That's the cool. Oh, where's my hat? Oh, crap. All right. There we go. Got my hat. I have other hats, but this was the one that was closest. Let's see. Let's see. Let me scroll back up just a little bit. Sorry about that. Yo, man, I recently wore a helmet for the first time riding my bike around the yard, and it felt weird, and I felt less aware of my surroundings. Is this normal? Will I get used to it? CBT tomorrow. Yes, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. The one thing that I like to do is I like to get a helmet with high visibility. So, this helmet over here. So this helmet is the Bell SRT helmet, and it's got massive visibility. You see how it's open, like really wide up here? A lot of sport bike helmets, especially the top end ones that are designed for racing, don't have that really big visual acuity to the sides, the peripherals. It's mainly because they're racing forward. Okay, so that's why it's really minimized. So if you're gonna get a helmet, I'd recommend getting like an adventure helmet, because adventure helmets you have to see around, or a helmet designed for street riding, because you need to have that visual acuity all around you for your peripheral vision. I think the one that with, like, for an example, the SHEA X14, I think it's X14, no, it's their race helmet. Anyways, that one's like really narrow, so that's kind of where it's at, but you'll get used to it, man. You'll get used to it. Had a suggestion for a video if you haven't already done it. Tommy, what's your suggestion, man? Let me know. After the stream, look at what Isaac Larson said and you will see. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of chat, man. Somebody retype it. Oh, and my friend Mike. Yep. All right. I did fall for that. You're right. Yeah, you're gone, man. What did I say? I want to view it. Oh, yeah. You're right. What an ass. I got the 2019 Ninja 650 all gear except jeans. Yeah, I booted him. Please end, Sir Delano. D-Money Industry. Well, I will, but here's the thing. He's been posting a lot on all my videos, and they've been pretty derogatory, so I delete them. So that's the thing, guys. If you do that kind of stuff, you're gonna get deleted. A comparison video for motorcycle types: Sportster versus Softail versus Crotch Rocket. That's almost like an apples to oranges type thing. All right, and here we go. We are starting to hide people. We're starting to hide people. Okay, let me go back. Let's see. Where are we at? Where were we at? Oh, so apples to oranges. It's like apples to oranges because the Softail, you're going to do more of the cruiser style stuff. You're going to be, cruising really far. In town, it's not going to be as good. A Sportster is more so in town, and then kind of you're having that lightweight bike. And then sport bikes, you're going to, it's really sporty. I mean, it's in the name. So it's not going to be really designed for long distance. So a sport bike, tourer bike. So I think the apples to apples version of that would be like because I mean, there's different Softails. I mean, you're gonna get the FXDR, which is not for touring. You can do it, but it's definitely not for like touring long distance because it doesn't have saddlebags and stuff. But you can get like a sport tour with like the but the Heritage, Softail Heritage, and a few other things like that. And then Sportster versus like another cruiser, so like a cruiser shootout, like a 5 cruiser shootout. Like you're gonna have the Yamaha Bolt, the Kawasaki Vulcan S, the Sportster. What else? You're gonna have the Honda Rebel 500, which is gonna be way lower than 883, so maybe not that one, but you're gonna have stuff like that. That's not cheap. I'm thinking of maybe, okay, awesome. Full face helmet comes into his own when you get the speed. Then yeah. What up? Glad to be part of the chat. Michael, welcome, man. Just saw tomorrow's video that you posted before the stream. Would you recommend middle for taking turns in general? I'm pretty new, so I don't know which method is best. So the whole which method is best, the middle, outside, inside, inside. You can make any combination of those three. And at the end of the day, you need to learn how to take the corner first. It's not necessarily, line selection comes after figuring out the corner itself, like how to take the corner itself. So slow look, press, and roll is very important. That's something you learn in MSF, and it's something I've been talking about in all my videos. Slow look, press, and roll. You need to understand that before even going into the corner, because you can take a corner inside, slow look, press, and roll. It just means that you're going to be going a lot slower, especially if it's a blind turn. You can take that turn a little bit faster if you go outside, middle on the same kind of turn. There's no right way to do it. You have to have every single combination kind of in your head. And a lot of us do it subconsciously, where we're just taking a turn, and then if you look at footage afterwards, it's like, well, that was an outside, inside, middle. And it's like, oh, well, I was just taking the turn. So I think that's where a lot of people are complicating a lot of things, and I'm trying to just say, hey, everybody, use the whole lane to your advantage. Here's the thing, though. If it's a blind turn, it's better to go on the outside. That way you have a better line of sight. Now, the middle, where you get to the apex, like the closest, apex, all it is the closest point that you are at to the inside of the turn. That's all that is. It has no meaning for, you have to do like the middle of the turn as the inside. No, you could do the 2/3 portion of the turn, the the 75% of, I can't even think right now. Anyways, that right there, you can go on the inside and then go outside. So it's like really long outside, inside, and then outside. You know what I mean? That's what you can do that. And I just want people to understand, hey, there's no right way of doing it. Just take it nice and easy. So slow down before the turn, look where you want to go, press to initiate counter steer, and then when your nose is pointing out, when your nose of the bike and your more upright is pointing out where you need to go, then you can roll on the throttle to accelerate out. That is the simple. That's why I think it is taught in the beginner class, and line selection is kind of skimmed over, because line selection just comes naturally. The slow look, press, and roll does not. A lot of people just go into it way too fast, and I think that's what we really need to focus on. Let's see. I love the visibility out of your bell bullet. Dude, at Thumper, I loved my bell bullet, man. Love it. It just doesn't... It's not shaped for my head. So. LS2 helmet. $100 gray helmet. Nice! Windscreen would help. A windscreen would help, especially if you tucked in for that sport bike. I'm Resist. Just remember, if you're not tucked in, that windscreen could possibly buff it. It's going to have a lot of wind hitting your head. Chain drive maintenance. Any recommendations on maintenance, cleaning, and re-lube and timeline for maintenance, i.e. every 250 miles or after riding in rain? I would follow the owner's manual on that one. And the owner's manual will definitely... You're probably getting 250 miles or after riding in rain. It's probably because that's what it says. Roughly every 2 or 3 fill-ups, like you fill up your bike with fuel, go ahead and do a chain. Just check the chain and clean it off, re-lube it, do all that stuff. And riding in rain, you're going to get a lot of buildup of gunk. You're going to definitely want to do that. Any recommendation? Yeah, so that's what I would do. That's what I do. And I would follow the recommendation of your owner's manual. Take a spin on the highway and put your hand out right in front of you. Feel where you start to feel buffeting. If it's below neck level, you should look at a taller windscreen. Hey, very good, very good. I didn't even think of that. I have an electric moped that goes 25 miles per hour max. What kind of injuries would you expect if you dump it with no gear? What kind of injuries would you expect if you dump it with no gear? Anything? It's the same thing. It's the same thing as riding with any bike or anything. So you're saying it's a max, 25 miles per hour max? Well, just think about it. Getting on a bicycle, 25 miles an hour, that's rough. You're going to get hurt, especially if you don't have any gear. 10 miles an hour is all it takes for you to just get demolished, depending on how the crash is. 10 miles an hour into a wall will hurt. 5 miles an hour into a wall will hurt. So 25 miles into, you do a low side slide into a curb, and then you hit your head on the curb going 25 miles an hour. Yeah, that's going to hurt, and it could be fatal. So definitely wear full gear. I would definitely wear full gear, even if you're on a scooter that can only go 25 miles an hour. Brand recommendations for chain maintenance. I don't have any, man. Anybody have any brand recommendations for chain maintenance? Fortnite did a great video on chain cleaning and everything, and he used, like, a lot of people are saying kerosene, so use kerosene. I have just like a bike maintenance kit. It's just a chain lube, chain degrease, or all that stuff put together. But people recommend kerosene, and you can't get the stuff from camping. You need to get the real kerosene, the real stuffs, not the white fuel, but actual full-on kerosene. I heard that works great, and you really use a lot. Friends and I were riding the past weekend. Farmers were cutting down corn cobs were getting thrown into the road. Wow, that Matty D, that is a very unique situation there. Very unique situation. Those things would really, those would mess you up. Those would mess you up. Oh, we got a new member, Chris Anthony. It's going to pop up. It's going to pop up. It's going to pop up. There it is. Chris Anthony just became a YouTube member. Thank you so much for the support. That means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Welcome. Welcome to the crew, bro. Welcome to the crew. I don't have a voice attenuator, whatever. Let me scroll up. Sorry. So I was out riding in rain, and it was pretty hard to keep the visor drop free or clear. Any tips on how to clean it off? I thought about buying some rubber thing I can put on my glove to wipe it. So they do have that. So on gloves, there's like a little rubber thing that you can use to wipe. Some people have gotten really creative with how they keep their visors from like getting a lot of drops, and Rain-X and a few other things. There are products that are motorcycle specific that will keep the water from piling on, because it's the surface tension that's keeping it there. So whenever you have a drop of water on a table and it's like a bubble, that is surface tension. So what it does is when you put that stuff on there, it breaks the surface tension, so it just runs off. That's how that works. So you're gonna have to probably look into something that is motorcycle specific. I would do that before I have to get a little thumb thing, because now I have my hand off the primary controls and I'm having to wipe my visor. So now my hand's in front of my face. I can't see the road. You know what I mean? So I would put some of that stuff on there. Welcome, Chris. Thank you so much. welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me scroll up. Does it ever get cold where you're at, Dan? Here in the UK, winter is coming. I start riding in spring, so I'm a sweet summer child. Got any tips for beating the chill? So I do have videos. So guys, before the accident videos, I do have videos on cold weather riding, hot weather riding, and a bunch of other stuff. So you can definitely find it on my channel. Some more in-depth things, you know, a 10-minute video of like 5+ tips. And the main thing here is you need to have gear that's going to block out the chill, like you're saying, beating the chill. You need to block out the wind chill. That's the biggest thing when it comes to motorcycling. So leather, having leather is going to really block a lot of the wind from touching your skin. That's pretty much all you're going to do to block the wind. Now, if it's super duper cold, people are telling me that are up at north, they're like, man, the wind chill, it's not the biggest problem, it's the ambient temperature. So what you need to have is have some type of heated gear, heated gloves, heated grips, something that will keep your body warm, or at least your hands, because your hands, they need to be, you know, moving. You need to have your dexterity. So for core temperature, layer up. It's the same thing when it comes to being out in the cold anyways. You need to layer up, but then you need to have one layer that is wind protection, something that's going to minimize a lot of the wind, and that's usually the outer layer. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. It doesn't get as cold as probably what you do, and if it gets too cold, I just put I have a shirt on, I have my jacket on, and then I have my vest on, or not my vest, my motorcycle jacket on. So I have like a hoodie underneath the motorcycle jacket. Still cold. Still cold. I was thinking as a new rider looking, so Tommy Arnold, I was thinking as a new rider looking to buy my first, go for the comfort, versatility, and longevity of the Heritage, or go with the cheaper Iron 83 for a trainer at half price. That's really up to you. If you like both bikes, and if you're going to get an Iron 883 for half the price, what is your second step? Because it seems like your longevity, your long-term step is to get a Heritage. Then getting an Iron 883, is that going to push you further back? What happens, like, are you wanting the Iron 883 for like 2-3 years before you upgrade to a Heritage? Or is it just going to be like, well, I'm going to have it for 6 months, and then I'm going to get a Heritage? If that's the case, I would just go straight to the Heritage, because you're going to lose a lot on that deal. And you can learn on the Heritage just like you can on the Iron 883. The Iron 883 is going to be smaller. It's going to have less weight, so it might be a little bit easier for you to practice on. But just realize that for both of those, you really need to ride within your ability, not the bike's ability. So budget-wise, that's a budget issue. If you have the money, dude, go for the Iron 83 and then get the Heritage. But just realize that if you try to trade in your Iron 83 or sell it, you're not going to get the money that you got for it. Or get the Iron 83 and then get the Heritage later. Now you got 2 bikes. If you're okay with that, that's what I would do. Let's see. So I was out riding in rain, and it was pretty hard to keep the visor drop. Oh yeah, I already read that one. Dislocated your shoulder at 30 miles per hour. Ooh, that sucks. Dropped my helmet off my bike. Should I buy one? Kris Singletary. So he dropped his helmet on off the bike. So it's probably like a 4-foot drop. You'll be fine. What I would do is that I would pull the inner liner out, and I would check the PE foam, the polystyrene foam. I would check that. I would check the inside, and I would see if there's any cracks. If there's a crack, then yes. But a 4-foot drop shouldn't do that. A 4-foot drop shouldn't do that, especially if it's a relatively new helmet. But definitely check the inside. And if it cracked the visor or cracked anything structural, like if you got chips on the outer shell, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. I heard kerosene. James Wiley, I heard kerosene. Man. Lucas Lube. Oh, okay, cool. Very good. Chain brush is nice to clean. Yes, I have a chain brush also. Jacob Hancock. You wondering how to join a class? Dude, Jacob, there's a class going on. I'm gonna be there this weekend. I'm coaching this weekend, guys. Let me go to Ride Arizona MTC. If you have this weekend off, I highly recommend taking the class right now. And there's coupons, I believe. I have to figure out the coupons. Let me go here. I'm gonna get you to the class. So we got a class coming up right here. So the basic rider course. So this Saturday and Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. I have a class. I'm coaching this class right here. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. You get 5 hours second level classroom, 3 hours e-course, 10 hours of on motorcycle instruction, and we will get you ready. If you're in Tucson, dude, that'd be sweet. If you are a veteran, you get a $20 discount. I wonder if there's any coupons still. But yeah, join up, man. I'll be there. And if you can't make it this weekend, that's how you do it. Ride Arizona MTC, and then we do group rides all the time. And I was gonna say this weekend, but the next weekend I have the DGR. I won't be able to do that. Well, that's just one day. That's just Saturday. That's just Sunday. So next Saturday, let me join the Discord, and we'll figure something out for next Saturday. Maybe we can do a parking lot exercise with you. I think that'd be pretty cool. So if you guys want to join the Discord, Discord's right here. It's absolutely free. Yeah, diesel fuel. And that's the thing, is that you really have to watch out for the O-rings, because the chains have O-rings in them. Chains have O-rings in them. So you can't use something that's going to destroy the O-ring in those, because it's really going to diminish your life. I highly recommend watching Fortnite in his video. Definitely do that. REVZILLA also does one. REVZILLA also has a video on chain cleaning. So just type in on YouTube, REVZILLA chain cleaning, and he'll walk you through it. I like REVZILLA's tutorials. Lemmy is awesome. Let's see. Hey, Michael, dude, thank you for all the kind words, man. I've been watching. Welcome again from San Diego. Let's see. Head and shoulder or Rain-X? I don't know, dude. Head and shoulders work? How does a V-twin differ in field performance from a parallel twin? To me, I can't really tell. I really can't tell. There's definitely a performance issue, because, you know, the RPMs, you know, the power band, all that stuff. But when I'm riding, I just can't tell, because I'm not pushing the limit of a bike. So I'm not like hitting that power band as hard as I can and making sure I'm only shifting. I've only had, I mean, I got was it the I have a V twin, and then Nikki's I think it's a parallel twin. So I mean, like, the difference, like, I can kind of tell when it comes to, you know, the higher RPMs, and like that's when you're supposed to shift all that stuff. But she has a 500cc, I have a 1200cc with 100 plus horsepower. So it's really different when it comes to, like, how can you really feel it? I just don't have that experience in test riding bikes to comment on that. I just know that it goes when I twist the wrist and I shift. I mean, I'm not the expert on that, and I bet you there's a ton of people on the Discord that are really, really good at noticing that kind of stuff. So I always defer to experts. I always defer to somebody else when it's something I don't know. I talk about what I do know. That's kind of what I do. I've not been able to be on your live stream since I became an instructor. Dan, congrats. Phoenix, thanks, man. I became an instructor in January. So for those that are like, man, how long has he been an instructor? You know, like, why is he talking about motorcycle instruction? Been an instructor since January, so it's not even been a full year. So that's why I keep telling people I talk about what I know, and it's beginners, because I'm a beginner instructor. I'm not an advanced level instructor yet. So I'm a beginner, and that's what I talk about. Once I become an advanced instructor and I start teaching advanced classes, then I'll talk about advanced stuff. Let's see. Quick one. What's the best way to fall? I mean, there should be a good way to fall and not get so much hurt. So when you are, like, from just standing, like, if you, let's say you're grappling, okay? So they teach how to fall correctly in jiu-jitsu and taekwondo and all the other martial arts, okay? They teach you how to fall. You know, spread the weight, you know, surface mass, you know, not one point, you know, just kind of like the same concept of stepping on a bed of nails versus one nail. It's that kind of concept. When you're on a bike, you're obviously traveling, okay? You're obviously traveling. So if you are going at a high rate of speed, you're not going to be able to, you know, position yourself like a cat and fall like you're supposed to. So the best thing you can do is just kind of let it happen, because you're falling now, you're crashing, and then have the gear to hopefully minimize some of the injuries. You can't minimize everything. The best thing we could possibly do is to not fall, to not crash. And that's why I try to prevent the crashes, because at the end of the day, when you get into a crash like a tank slapper or you do a low side, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. You are a victim of physics at that point. The only thing you can do is hopefully have gear for your bike, which are sliders, engine guards, all that stuff, and then gear for your body, which is helmet, jacket, gloves, pants, boots. And if you want to go one step further, a neck brace. If you want to go one step further than that, make sure you have CE level pads in in the back, and then CE level pads in your hips, because a lot of times the hip and the back armor is just PE foam. It's just foam. So upgrade those. Let's see. Let me go down. Any tips or any tips, tricks on bringing your doggo along for an afternoon ride? My dog is too scared. I mean, that's something that you're gonna have to train your dog. I wanted to do. I actually bought a carrier for him, or carrier for her, and it just didn't work. What was it? Adam Sandoval rides with his Chihuahua all the time, and I think he has a video on that, how he got his Chihuahua to ride with him. But it really depends on the dog. I think of dogs as having personalities just like humans. My dog is barking right now, and she's just anxious because somebody, I think, rang the doorbell, or somebody's coming up close. But that to me is like, she's not the perfect dog to get on a bike. She's gonna be too anxious, she can start moving around, and with the whole passenger thing, you can't have that. You really cannot have that. So you're gonna have to, if you have a dog that's super calm, that will jump on your lap and stay still, or when he sits still in the car, all those things, that'd be perfect. I just don't know how to do it because I've never done it. It's I'm gonna say it's a lot like having a child on the bike, or it's a lot like having a passenger that is what's the word? The passenger that is like just not paying attention, I guess. You know what I mean? Alexandra Palumbo, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for all the support. I saw it. I sees it on the Instagrams. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let me scroll down. I'm looking at a chain wax kit. Yeah. So Brian, that's the one I have. It's like the 3 bottles. Like I'll just show you guys what I have. Chain cleaning kit. Let's see. It's gonna probably be the first one that pops up. Oh, let's do motorcycle. Let's go ahead and switch so motorcycle chain cleaning kit. There we go. So I have the chain wax one. So let's see, Maxima chain. Yeah, this is the one I got. I use this one, and then I got a brush. I got one of these little brushes, the grunge brush or the Stockton Grindminster brush, but I got this chain kit. That's the one I got. I'm gonna try to catch up to you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to the chat. I just love answering you guys' questions. You guys have wonderful questions, and every time you guys ask a question, it helps somebody else out because maybe they didn't ask it or they never thought of it. Is riding with warming pockets or warming packs and pockets a good idea? It's not a bad idea. And the way I look at a lot of these like tips and tricks things is like, how's it gonna work for me as a person? So if I am super cold all the time and it's affecting how I ride, then yeah, warming things in your pockets would work great. Now if it's like, well, I can kind of get away with it, it's not a big deal, but if I put the warming packets in there, it's bulky, all these different problems I'm starting to have, I wish I had them here. That's when it starts to like, okay, maybe that's not the best course of action for the problem. So that's not the best solution for the problem. The absolute best solution would be having like some crazy like warming jacket, but I don't think they even, they have those. They have warming gear. There's warming gear. That would probably be the best option versus the pocket thing. So I mean, but then you also have the cost. Well, I only need the warming packets, a week out of the year. Well, then that would probably be better, cost effective. So you start doing that. You start making that thing. So, but you still have tools. Those are your tools. Warming packets. You have a full set of gear. You have heated grips. You have this heated. Okay, what works for me? And that's a lot like motorcycle training. It's like, okay, well, what works for me? What do I do all the time? I don't go to the track, so I don't need to know how to do my knee down. I don't need to know how to do all that stuff. But what they show with how to get your knee down and taking turns fast is that in order to do that, you have to have good body position. You have to have good throttle. You have to have trail braking and all that stuff to go fast around the turn and really compress the suspension, get a better contact patch so you can turn better, accelerate better, all that stuff. Great information. But do I need that when I'm coming out of my driveway? Do I need that when I'm going in an intersection where I'm stuck at a left turn at the light and I'm not moving, so I'm waiting for my turn? Do I need to get super far down? Do I need to have trail braking going from the intersection to the new road? No, I don't. I really don't. All I have to do, slow look, press, and roll. So a lot of the street riding stuff and a lot of the track riding stuff, different tools. Pick out different tools. And I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but pick out different tools that you can use for what you do. And if you decide to do something different, then expand your skill base. So when it comes to the packets, the packs and the pockets, that is one little tool. And then if you want to upgrade your tool and you want to use a different tool, get a full set of warming gear. So different tools. It's always good to know every option you have. That's basically kind of what I'm trying to get at. For cleaning liquid from my visor on the fly while riding, I carry a mini squeegee for applying decal. Ooh, that's a good idea. Because like I have some from, I have a little squeegee from a screen protector for my phone. But then I have to start thinking, well, I got to do that. Maybe if I pull over and I do a quick wipe, I don't know. We'll see. But it's good to know. It's good to know. I love these little things, and we can start figuring out what works great for me. Or for everybody. Plexus or Rain-X for plastic for shearing off water. Nice. And that's the thing, guys. When it comes to motorcycle visors, like the shields, they are different. So that's why I'm saying there's motorcycle specific versions of Rain-X, because there might be some type of like chemical in the Rain-X that could degrade, especially if you have like a tinted visor, or you have like the like silver iridium or gold iridium, all that different stuff. It might degrade it, so you might want to watch that. I know Cycle Gear and a few places like that have specific stuff. I'm actually going to go to Indian Motorcycle Tucson, and they have some, and I'm just going to buy it. I know it's a bigger markup and all that stuff, but I want to support Indian Motorcycle Tucson, and that's just kind of where I go. How many miles do I have I hit on the FTR? I don't know. I have to look at it. It's definitely under 1,000. It's under 1,000. I only ride when I need to, and that's my use case. That's my use case. Is I ride when I need to. I'll do joyrides on the weekends. I used to ride every day for fun. And then now, you know, with all this work and everything, you know, it's like a work week, right? And it's like I don't have time to ride. I have time to ride on the weekends or coach on the weekends, and I ride with a group. I would rather ride with buddies or ride with my wife. My wife wants to go riding. If Nikki wants to go riding today, we're doing it. I kind of need that reason to go out and ride. It might be something to do with my anxieties and depression and all that stuff. I don't know. It's the whole mental game we have to figure out. But yeah, I do feel comfortable just kind of in my element here. Riding, I have a blast, and if I need to, like, get rid of the anxieties. Now that I think about it, I think it's an anxiety thing. When I get rid of that, it helps me get rid of the anxiety when I'm riding. So that helps out. I need to go ride. I need to go for a ride. Thank you for bringing that up, man. I just think of the random shit when I talk. So Chris Anthony, sorry, we're getting there. Hey, what do you and Nikki use for communication? I have a 2 HD branded Cenas, but sometimes I have to talk for like 5 seconds before it picks up my voice. I saw a vid where you were talking about earbuds. Yes, so what we did was she was having an issue hearing, and we changed out the earbuds. It was the earbuds problem. So let me go back to here, and let's see. Do they have it at Get Lowered? If they have it at Get Lowered, I recommend you guys going to Get Lowered. Get Lowered Cycles. What am I thinking? Cardo. Pack Talk. I think they have it there. Oh yeah, they do. This is what I recommend, everybody. So this is the duo pack. So if you have a friend, and if you're riding by yourself and you have a friend, you can go halvesies on this. This is $250, and this is the top of the line system. Recommend it. I have the Cardo Pack Talk Bold Slims, which is right here. So the Cardo Pack Talk Bold Slim by itself is $288. I chose these so it's a slimmer profile. Much slimmer profile. Wait, that's the Pack Talk Bold. Oh, I got the wrong. No, that's not the Slim. Here's the Slim. There we go. I was like, what the heck? This is the Slim. So it's out of stock. Oh, that sucks. It's a lot cleaner. So this is what it looks like on the helmet. So you do have that back thing for the battery, but you have a slim thing. So I've seen, I have a lot of people, or not a lot of people, I have a lot of friends here in Tucson that have the Pack Talk Bold. And, oops, I didn't want to add it to the cart. The Pack Talk Bold, and it doesn't look like it's that big, honestly. But I recommend this. This is the top of the line thing, and it's beautiful. I love it. If you want the link to it, let me go ahead and do this. So this is an affiliate link. So I mean, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's cool. But if you do get it, it helps out the channel, or more specifically, it helps me out. It allows me to continue doing what I'm doing. So let me go ahead and generate a link. So, comm system. There we go. I always recommend Get Lord. They've been supporting me. I'm going to support them. So that's for that. But if you want, see how it's 288? So if you're going to go halvesies with a friend, you can get the duo pack for 509. Recommend that. Let's see. Let me scroll down. James Wiley, I'm a driving instructor in the UK for cars. I've got 2 years left before I can qualify as a motorcycle instructor. James, that's interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts. Like anything like with the visual, with figuring out the hazards. I would love to hear about that from your point of view. I'd love to hear it from your point of view. Like, what is it that you learned as a car instructor, or driving instructor? Like the things that you need to look for when you're driving, because that could have, you know, the synergistic effect for motorcycle riders. And I think that's great. I think a lot of problems that motorcycle instructors have is they only do motorcycle stuff. Me coming from the fire service, we had to be a jack of all trades. There was 200 plus skills I had to know just coming out of the academy. 200 plus. And we did EMS, we did technical rescue training, we did hazmat training, so I had to know chemistry, we did fire training, we did building construction, we did cars, we did, automobiles, you know, EV automobiles, we had to do gasoline and diesel, we had to do trash can fires. They're different than house fires. Then we had to do multi-structural fires, then we had to do all this stuff. And then we had to know how to work on our on the engine, on the ambulances. There's just so much stuff that at the end of the day, it's the fire service. Well, at the end of the day, it's motorcycle riding. So why don't we cross-train with car driving? Why don't we cross-train with snowboarding? And a lot of people are like, what? Snowboarding? It's like, yeah. When you're snowboarding, what is it the thing that you're having to watch out for? You're having to watch out where you're going. You have to look where you want to go. You need to turn your body where you want to go. And you also have to avoid trees. You have to watch for bumps. You have to watch for the ground. Road hazards. There are road hazards. Snow hazards. All these things. So why don't we just, you know, do some training, cross-train, and take what we can? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I became a better instructor, or not instructor, I became a better motorcycle rider because I had 10 years of driving a truck with stick. So I understood the stick shift, I understood the clutch, I understood the shifter. So that right there, cross-trained, helped me when I go to riding motorcycle. And then I would ride my bicycle, my road bike, all the time. So I understood road hazards, I understood weighting, I understood space cushions. And then on top of that, as a firefighter, EMT, I had to drive an ambulance, so I understood, you know, the hazards that are involved. I understood that I had to do slow look, press, and roll in the version of a ambulance driver because I had a patient in the back and I had my paramedic in the back. If I crashed, they're dead. So I had to be extra careful. So all this cross training, I believe, is very important, very, very, very important. And I'm going on another soapbox, but I absolutely love going on soapboxes. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't even know what the original question was. Oh yeah, because you're a driver. There you go. See, love these questions. You guys can just get me going. Easy. So Phoenix. I have to ask. I am looking. One sec. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm looking for my first motorcycle ever. I'm very much beginner. I graduated from Idaho Star Course. Congrats, dude. Everyone say congrats to Phoenix. What size would be good for a 6'3", 250-pound person? I like Harley. So you can probably get away with one of the Softails. Okay, so they kind of went from, you know, there's the street bikes, so the Street 500, Street 750, and the Street Rod. That's its own model. And then there's the Sportsters, and then there's Softails, and then you got the big cruisers and the CVOs and all that stuff. So what I would do is I would literally go to the dealership, sit on some Sportsters, because maybe at 6'3", you should be fine with the forward controls, maybe. You can always ask about upgrades, because there's the stock seats kind of push you closer to the tank. So what you can do is actually get like a Saddleman seat where it pushes your butt back more, so what you get more reach. You know, you get more reach for the handlebars and more reach with the legs. If that's not good, try out one of the Softails. I mean, you like Harleys, that's great. You know, try out one of the Softails, see what you like. I would also recommend the Kawasaki Vulcan S, or the Kawasaki Vulcan 900. I think the Vulcan S has the ergo fit, so you can actually change things based on if you're tall, short, all that stuff. At that height and that weight, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I absolutely love adventure bikes. I think adventure bikes are the best bikes out there. Okay? Adventure bikes are the best bikes out there. You have sport bikes, which are great. I love sport bikes. I love riding them. They're fun. But they're not suitable for what I like to do, which is riding around in traffic. Adventure bikes, really good vertical ergonomics. Your back is straight, high off the ground. So if you hit a bump, not a big deal. You hit a speed bump, not a big deal. Hit a piece of wood, not a big deal. And then if you get street tires, but you can get dual sport tires. And then on top of that, it's mid controls usually, because then you can stand up when you go off road. So mid control is very easy to handle, and they're just bigger bikes. And if you get used to riding, you're gonna love it. You get high CCs. You can go long distance on the highway comfortably. You can ride in town comfortably. Motojitsu had a great bike. It was I think it was the 1200, the GS 12 BMW GS 1200. Amazing bike, perfect. And then if you want to do specialized, if you want to specialize like as a firefighter, if you want to do like TRT, you want to be TRT tech, you specialize, right? So you can specialize in going fast and get a sport bike. You can specialize in cruising long distance and being comfortable. You get a cruiser. It's in the name. You can get a scooter if you don't want to worry about clutch and you're not good with clutches and stuff. You go boom, get a scooter, specialize in scooter. Still 2 wheels. Or you can get an adventure bike like a dual sport bike, and you can do boom. You can go long distance. You can go fast if you have a higher CC bike. The clutch stuff, if that's a problem, get a African Twin. It's just like a jack of all trades. I absolutely love it. Enigma for you, how you doing, man? I need to catch up, guys. I'm sorry. The Naomi 84. Sorry, I missed it. Hey, just turned in my thyroid moved 10 days ago, so I can't ride and bum me out. So stayed biker tubes. Hopefully you feel better. Everyone say to Naomi 84. Hopefully you feel better. That sucks. Hopefully you're doing good. Class was way cheaper in VA. No, that's fine. But we teach the updated. So we do the updated. There's an updated MSF, and Arizona was one of the first ones to accept it. I don't know if it's updated for you. If it is, then it's great. That's awesome. You're welcome, Matt. Had a buddy tell me to run shaving cream on the inside of my visor, let it dry some, and wipe it off with microfiber towel to eliminate visor fogging up. Not sure if it'll work, but interesting. That is interesting. They also have the pin lock system that you can use, but that's interesting because a lot of visors don't have a pin lock insert. Yeah, exactly, James. So when it comes to ride heights for bikes, you get a modified seats for your bike for those tall and short people. @gat, yeah, baby, Phoenix. I'm gonna create an @gat emoji. Should I create an @gat emoji? Because we do have, we do have an Ego, the biker wave, a chevron, an a squid. We got a whole bunch. Let me delete all these. These are all the emojis we got. Oh my gosh, we got a lot. These are all specific emojis to the channel. What's up, Horace? How you doing? Yeah, that's the same chain clean. How do you like it, man? If you ever doubt a substance for chain clean, just throw a surgical glove on that substance and leave it there for a week. Diesel fuel is better than Motul chain cleaning is what I found. That's crazy that a lot of things like that are easier. Oh, sorry, John. There we go. Let me go ahead and add. It blocked you. So let me go back because John's comment was blocked. So it says Rain-X F's visors up, don't use it. So okay, so that's what I heard. I never had to use it. So if he's saying that, I agree. I'm gonna agree with him because I've heard that before. Now we're getting confirmation from John Crabtree, a YT member, YouTube member. Let's see. You guys are having fun in the chat. Thank you, Alexandra Palumbo. You've been great. I was wondering if you had any advice for going from asphalt to gravel driveway. I have several friends that I would like to visit, but they have gravel driveways. So a lot of it is your confidence is low because it's a gravel driveway, Horace. you're going to realize it's not that big of a deal. The biggest thing you can do, and I just answered a question on tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is up today for those that want to join. Or not join. Those that want to see it. It's in the Discord. It's in the Discord right now. And basically what I said was you need to slow it down. You need to get up as straight as possible and be smooth, okay? So the 3 S's: slow down, straight up, smooth. And then I have a video. I posted it on that. I have a video of me driving on gravel and street riding tips for I mean, not riding on gravel, but riding on the dirt. I have street riding tips for that. So it's a ride along with Danda and the Fireman. And if that's something you guys want to see more of me riding like in weird situations and then just kind of talking through it, that was something I was doing before these accident videos. And if that's something you guys like, then you need to let me know. Okay? You got to let me know. Where are you at? Where are you at? Horace, there we go. So that's the video. Let's see, do you have any knowledge about PIA fog lights and the best mounting position? No, I don't. David Daniels, I don't. All these questions where I say I don't have that information or I don't know, it's usually because I have to spend more time researching it before I can give a definitive answer. But there's people out there that have that time, that have done the research because they're looking it up for themselves and found out an answer and a solution to that problem. And it's on the Discord. We have 1,600 members on Discord, everybody. 1,600 members. If you guys are wondering what it looks like when you click that link, let's go ahead and go up here. So let me go ahead, copy and paste that link that I just gave you guys. So this is what it looks like. 1,600 members, guys. 1,600 members. Discord partner. I'm a partner with Discord. It's very hard to get. And we have 1,600 members, 362 online. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the invite. Let's just go ahead and open Discord. There we go. This is what it looks like. Here's the lounge. We got 1,600 members here. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Join up, guys. Hey, Spartan's right here. Look at that. See, that's what I mean, guys. It's so cool. It's so cool. Join on up, boys. Toole therapy for the win, exactly. By the way, Tommy says, thank you for making the video about your mental health struggles. I'm a veteran, former police officer. I had the same symptoms. That happens, you know. 10 plus years as a firefighter, and then a few other things. Yeah, it's a little nutty, a little nutty. I think you know what I'm trying to say. So I think we're good on that one. Dyna brakes lights were constantly out. They upgraded the LED strip and haven't had issues since. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Custom Dynamics have really good brake lights. Also, should be teaching first-time riders to trail brake, man. SMH. Okay, I'll take your criticism on that one. I disagree. I disagree. So if we're gonna go, let's just go to Total Control motorcycle. So let's just go to Total Control. Let's see what they offer. Okay, this is Total Control. Beginner riders, beginner riding clinic. All right, so basics of figuring out how to ride. Cool. Mental motorcycling, protective gear, basic operation, riding in traffic. Okay, so this is what it's telling you. Experienced riders, let's go to the intermediate riding clinic. Brake control. Okay, so because emergency brakes can happen, blah, blah, limited amount of traction, quick braking, even less actual knowledge. Okay, during, you'll learn to practice right technique and achieving short stops. So you, okay, perfect. Braking, line selection. Let's look at that. Okay. I can read fast. Let's see. Okay. Road speed cornering. Okay. So during our intermediate riding clinic, you'll learn how to put together throttle control, vision, line selection, and body position techniques to practice safe turns at road speeds during your everyday rides. Very good. I like that. Let's go to the advanced riding clinic. Okay. So we're in advanced, total control advanced. Look at it. It's a knee down guy. Advanced riding clinic. Let's see. Traction management. Okay. Throttle, mental state, lane, body position. Okay. Line selection. Let's see. Throttle control. Okay. Single most important control of your motorcycle's throttle. This is because beyond speeding limit applies force in many aspects of your bike. Suspension, weight transfer, steering, stability, and ground clearance. Knowing how to skillfully apply throttle is one of the major distinctions between good riders and great riders. Awesome. Yeah, I agree with that. Lee Park's right here. Cool. But when I go to, and I'm going to use Team Arizona. I don't work for Team Arizona. I'm actually taking their class, Total Control 2 class. So let's go to courses. So if we go to courses, come on now. So if I go here, so the basic, the BRC, it's updated. Great information. It's down here. The start is called basic. Okay, so then we go into the Confident Rider course, which is the BRC2, which is when you take your own bike to the class. Okay, let's learn what we do in that class. So this is still basic. Okay, we'll work on the 4 primary skills necessary to be more confident on the road: low speed maneuvers, braking, hazard avoidance, cornering at speeds requiring countersteering. Great. So what's the next one? Advancing your skills. Advanced riding techniques. ART, advanced. Trail braking. We help you develop techniques for trail braking in high-speed corners, delayed apex cornering, maximum effort braking, hazard avoidance while cornering. Experiment with down and in body position for corners. Experiment with down and in body positioning in corners with trail braking in the advanced riding techniques class. Not the beginner. Everybody's jumping in on this trail braking shit. It's for advanced riders. That's total control. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think it's for beginners. Hi, big fan of your channel. I have a question for you. So my boyfriend's fam bought a new place. I want to ride there, but the whole driveway is long and all gravel. How do I manage a big bike on it? As slow as possible. You have to really figure out, you know, the way your bike is situated. You're going to have to do some counterbalancing on that. But like I said with the other one is you need to go slow, smooth, and try to stand it up as straight as possible. If you go too slow, here's the problem. If you go too slow, you're going to start digging in your bike. So speed is a friend. It's an enemy in this situation. Try to go as straight as possible as you possibly can. You're going to realize that it's not that big of a deal. And if you absolutely have to, just like in the second exercise of the BRC, is that we're learning clutch control and throttle control, and the first few portions of that exercise is keeping your feet down and you're paddle walking. There's absolutely no problem with you paddle walking, putting it in second gear, paddle walking, and just using the throttle and the clutch. Get yourself to the driveway or get yourself to the garage. That's the goal. The goal isn't to, well, I always have to have my feet, you know, always have to have my feet on the pegs. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. Oh, I missed it. Cat Wayman. Cat Wayman, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Everybody say congrats and thank you for the support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see that Thomas already said congrats. Thank you so much, everybody. That's awesome. Let's see. You firemen have hairy extractions. I had an EMS call where an elderly man fell down between toilet and wall. Somehow had to call for you guys. Exactly. Dude, I have no idea how many times I have helped out an old person get up in between a toilet and the wall. During my last fire academy, since I had experience, I had 9+ years experience when I went in the fire academy, and I played a victim, and that was my victim. That was me. I picked that because that's something that you go through all the time. It sucks. It's what happens, though. I mean, it's people vagueling down, you know, pressing too hard to go poop. They pass out, fall between the wall. That's what happens. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hype Stark. So that's something that kind of got my attention right here. Always do a pre-ride check. Notice today that on my last ride, something hit the sidewall of my tire. Big cut in the tire. Could have ended badly. Boom. You never know. You never know. When you're riding, you don't know until you do a pre-ride check. So you're riding, you get a gouge. You've probably been riding for a couple miles, you know, excuse me, a couple miles probably for a while. You got home, didn't realize it. You went to go ride the next day or next time. You look, oh crap. So you got lucky. That's great. I'm glad you're preventing something that's happening. Scott DeLeon, did I wedge myself behind the toilet? Yes, I did. And I had my pants down. I literally pulled my pants down. I had my underwear on, but I had my pants down. And I wedged myself between the toilet and the wall. and I had them help me get up, and I had them help me put my pants on, you know, because that's what happens. You do that, right? You do that as an EMT. You clean them up. You know, there's been times where I've wiped people's butts and I've cleaned them up, wrapped them up, I put their pants back on, all those different things. Customer service. I had them do that to me. Need to catch up to you guys. Send me some visual aids. Awesome, thanks, man. Awesome SD Canyon Carver. Everybody in SD. He's offering to ride with everybody. That's cool. Going to full license. Will y'all add a Hangout voice channel in Discord? That would be something I could talk with my moderators and admins. Yeah, we used to have it. It was just really hard to moderate that. Like, one of us had to be in there. We might make an exception to where, because we're a Discord partner now, so we have to go through the policies and everything. So we have to figure all that stuff out. Personal opinion, KTM S90 SMCR. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's see what my opinion is. Let's go here. Oh my gosh, that looks like fun. For close to 12 grand, that looks like fun. I don't know all the bells and whistles, but I think I would probably go with the DRZ 400 first. I know it's not, this is like almost a 700cc versus a 400cc, but for my use, I don't think I'd be needing that much power off-road. But this looks like it's on-road. So this I don't know, man. It looks so much fun. I think it'd be a good bike. I think that'd be a fun bike. That'd be a fun bike. My recommendation is do it if you have the cash. So interstate riding, Keith. Keith Gordon, Dan, I ride mainly in city and Panama City, and I'm planning on trip to Gainesville, which is mainly interstate riding. I'm nervous advice for interstate riding. If you get caught out into some inclement weather, just pull over, get yourself some cover. You're gonna get a little bit tired. So what I do is, like, every hour I'll take a 10-minute break, or every hour and a half I'll take a 10-15 minute break. You really got to drink some water, get your fluids up. You're gonna realize you're burning a lot of calories. Take breaks. Honestly, take breaks. If you start to feel like, oh, I gotta power through this, just take a 5-minute break. Pull over, take a 5-minute break. Not a big deal. If with wind, like I said, somebody else, if you have a crosswind coming out this way and you have your knees kind of tucked in, stick your knee out, and it's going to create a sail, which is going to keep you more upright. Oh, Liam, somebody else, I think somebody else said that, but you know, Yo said should be teaching first time riders trail brakes. Shake my head. So I wasn't talking to you, but yeah, trail braking is for once you got some miles under your butt and you've learned the proper way to turn, then you can ask, or then you can get some trail braking done. Thank you, Kat. I really do appreciate the support. What bike would I recommend to a new rider? Any bike that is comfortable to you, within your budget, and if you ride within your abilities and not the bike's abilities. So at the end of the day, it's not the bike. At the end of the day, it's you. At the end of the day, you need to scale yourself back. Okay? I think I've caught up. So pre-ride check, what do we look for? All right, very good question. Rogue. So T-clocks. Let's go ahead. So this is, like, I just typed in T-clocks. Okay, T-clocks pre-ride. Okay, let's just do that. T-clocks pre-ride. Look at this. First one, it's a PDF from the msfusa.org. Okay, let's click that. So this is the T-clocks list. Now, it looks really like crazy, but a lot of these are really easy to figure out, okay? So T-clocks, tires and wheels is T, controls, lights, oil, chassis, stands. Okay, the stands are pretty easy. You know, it's just center stand or side stand. So when you look at your tires, tread depth, weathering, evenly seated, bulges, embedded objects. Okay, so that's a lot to figure out. But what we're trying to figure out is condition. You see how condition pops up all the time? Condition. That is what you really should focus on when it comes to a pre-ride check. This right here is like a weekly check or a monthly check almost. So you just do a quick visual. You just be like, is this okay? 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 You're looking for any cracks, tears. You're looking for oil on the ground or fluids on the ground. You're looking for all that stuff. Are the bars straight? Turn freely. Hand grips and bar ends are secure. Like, you just basically touch everything, okay? And I do have a video of a pre-ride check. Like the 5 things you need to check on the pre-ride check, which is this. I did a video a while ago. I don't have a beard, okay? I don't have a beard or nothing. Let me pre-ride. Let me find it on my channel. Boom. I don't even have a mustache. What? It's only 4 minutes long too. It's only a 4-minute long video. There you go. It's only 4 minutes long. Let's see if we can get to 500 patrons one more time, boys. Let's see. Bariatric patient extractions. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Didn't even get a t-shirt for it. Sean Innes, exactly. So EMS is helping people out on their worst day. Their worst day. And I always took that to heart. Okay, so I'm showing up like, oh, we got another guy, another person stuck between toilet or fell in the shower, needs help picking up. And then we show up and I'm like, all right, sir, let's do this. Let's get you up. Are you okay? And you just have to realize it's their worst day. It's not your problem. Do your job professionally. But I mean, everybody's like, oh my God, another one. It's 2 a.m. It's because they'll go to the bathroom at night, pass out. And it's just, that's the nature of the work. Thoughts on gear for DGR? I want to look stylish, but I'm not comfortable just wearing a suit, helmet, and bike. So Dave 777777777, I agree with you. Last year, or not last year, but last year I wore full gear. I don't care. I'm there to support. And if they say I can't ride because of the gear thing, okay. I'll see you guys at the after party. I am fine with that. A lot of people get mad. A lot of people, it's their organization, their rules, all that stuff, the ride leader and all that stuff. Tucson will let you ride with full gear. Tucson will let you ride. But yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, I'm here to support the mental health and prostate cancer research. If it's a ride, it's a ride. If it's a meetup, it's a meetup. Either way, I want to support that. So I'll skip the ride if they tell me I can't do it with full gear. Yeah, sticking the knee out for the win is genius. It's a tip and trick that works great. I do it for fun sometimes. I think I caught up. I think I'm caught up. It's been an hour though. It's been an hour. Oh my gosh, it took me an hour to catch up. That's insane. So leaks can worsen, should be bead valve or maybe even puncture, spray soapy water and tire and look for bubbles to find the leak and take it to a shop. Juice, that's a great tip. I love it. Juice, everybody say congrats to Juice. I don't know why I say congrats. Everyone say thank you to Juice because that's a great tip. That is how, as firefighters, we also searched for gas leaks. Pretty much anything with any air. I'm going to say air as a catch-all. You know, it could be gas, it's all gas or whatever. Anything under pressure. So like your tire's under pressure, and if it has a small little leak, small little pin leak, you can put, yeah, I know exactly, Scott. If you have a small little leak, if you put soapy water, it's going to create bubbles because, you know, the pressure, the air movement going through soapy water, it's going to create bubbles, and that's when you're going to find. So you're going to spray the whole tire, you know, you're going to spray all of it, and then if it leaks, you'll see bubbles come up. And that's what we would do for gas leaks, like on like the range oven, a gas washer dryer or whatever, and then like, you know, the water heater. Those are the types of stuff that we would do that too. I never thought to really put that into a T-clocks. Like if you're starting to have bad issues with like every week I gotta fill up my tire, it's like flat and you got a leak, or it's like super low, you got a leak. Tire pressures should last for quite a while. They really should. But yeah, you definitely want to check out your valve stems and do all that. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, if it's just constantly doing that, take it to the shop. That's what I would do. Great choice. Great idea. I love showing, or I love talking to, or shouting out my crew members. I absolutely love it. So thank you, Juice. Thank you. All right. What other questions? Should I do an ASMR channel? What kind of questions should you guys ask? I really like the close call review you posted where the rider did something right. A lot of videos of what riders do wrong. It was good to see one where they're doing it right. So Buck, that's a great question. Is it the one where I said he was in good lane position? Is that the one? Because I got a lot of flack for that. Everyone hated that one. So we got this.
I always talk about
right
how
so this video right here. Are you talking about? Are you talking about this one? Where the guy pretty much lane filtered. So I put accident averted by great lane positioning. He did not consent to that ASMR. Are you sure you didn't consent to that ASMR? Today we're going to be learning about motorcycle accidents. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Yeah, so I got a lot of flack for this one, guys. I got a lot of hate. See, I even pinned Calais' response. So not sure about the onslaught of negativity in the comments. So I'm getting a lot of negativity in the comments because I said he did something great, which was the lane positioning. What I said he did wrong was putting himself in that situation. That's what I put. And people can only they can't get past the accident scene averted by positioning. They can't get past that. So if you guys want me to do more of the positive uptick, like this was what's really good, but this is what's bad. If you guys really want me to, I need you guys to be on the video and comment something, because I got flack for that one, and I don't know, man. I have a wrong button. I have a feeling that that people, when they watch these videos, that they just want to see somebody crash, and then for them to be like on the right side and yell at them. And that's not what this channel is all about. That's not what I'm trying to do here. With the fire service, and this is kind of where I got ASMR. That's like when you ever hear those people like talk like into a mic. They're like, "Hey, what is up, everybody? Today we're gonna be trying to get you to get some sleep, and I'm gonna be talking to you very softly." And that's what they do. That's what that ASMR is. Sean. It helps. Okay. So I mean, the people like you guys, except for the few that were in earlier that had a block. The ones that are in live streams, you guys are the most vocal. You guys are the ones that most die hard. So that is definitely something I'll look into. Because like I was saying with the fire service, is that after a good call, after a good fire, we didn't get around each other and be like pat on each other's back. Yeah, everyone did great. You know. Yeah. We did do that, but then we also said, okay, so what happened? What went wrong? Because like this situation, like I was calling on the radio, nobody was talking. I was asking for ventilation, nobody was doing anything. I had to pull myself out and my crew out because there was no ventilation. It was getting too hot. So I said it on the radio. Did anybody hear that? Like there would be things like that. And then some people like, yes, we heard that. We were trying to get the fan started. The fan wasn't starting. This and this and this. Okay, great. Okay, so we didn't get ventilation. I had to pull my crew out, which delayed the fire being put out. Why? Okay, now why is the fan not starting? You see how you go through that line of thought, that train of thought of like finding a solution? So why did the fan not start? Well, I didn't do a check on it today, and it had no fuel. Ooh, you're in trouble. So that right there is why you need to do a pre-ride check. Okay, or it could have been there was no fan. Why is there no fan? Well, then you figure out why there's no fan. Or we didn't hear you on the radio. And then the captain or whoever was on the radio saying he needed ventilation, he'd be like, battery's dead. You know what I mean? So all these different things, it's like we can learn from it. So we say what's good, and I say that in my videos. What went right? What went wrong? How can we use this information to prevent this type of accident for ourselves? And that is what I'm doing here. And I think you guys are picking that up. I think that's great. We can watch videos of bad riding skills all day. The guy who made your video low siding because he was going too fast. I like seeing good choices. So Buck Rogers, okay. So in at the end of the day, so like a lot of the crashes, something went wrong. A lot the close calls, something went wrong and something went right because it was a close call. It wasn't a crash. So maybe more of the close call videos where I kind of turn it, like the crash videos, I can do what went wrong, right? I can totally be like, what went wrong in this? and then I can say some of the stuff that we can do to prevent it. Okay, I'm thinking out loud. I'm brainstorming with you guys. And then the close calls one, I can say, the theme of that video would be, this is what went right. This was good. This was what went right. This person walked away from it. This is what went wrong. Like for instance, like this video. For this video right here. So like what went wrong? Well, he was speeding. He was not giving himself a space cushion. But what went right? Like I said, he had great lane positioning. So guys, lane positioning will save your life. But to make it to where you never have to lane filter and all that stuff, give yourself a space cushion. Follow the clues that are happening with the cars in front. So things like that, right? So I'm thinking out loud, guys. I'm thinking out loud. I'm getting your guys' like, you guys want these videos to be better. I want them to be better. I want you to learn more. You guys are saying you want to have some of the close calls and some of the good stuff. And if you're saying that's going to help you learn better, all right, I'm doing it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So some people can't handle commenting good behavior from bad actors. Just so much to learn from nuance and identifying good aspects of bad situations. See, that's the thing. I think that like my YouTube members and my patrons, my Discord members, the people that go outside of YouTube, like my people that follow me on Instagram, all that stuff. Excuse me. I think the people that support and follow me outside of YouTube, that aren't just here to, oh, there's a video, I'll watch it. The ones that are actually actively trying to learn, I think you guys are the ones that are picking up the nuances and finding the good with the bad so that you can make a decision for yourself. I think that's the best thing. And it always comes down to like pros and cons when you're trying to do something, right? Pro and con, okay, let's figure it out. At the end of the day, it would do you a disservice if we just did pros or we just did cons. It's like I have to give you both sides, and I want you to make a decision for yourselves. Mission debriefing or root cause analysis. I love hearing about other things like that. I love it. So let me reread that. Sorry. In the Coast Guard, when we did a mishap report, it was usually a series of mistakes that caused the mishap, where one of the many things could have prevented the accident. Exactly, Buck Rogers. Exactly. That is something that I want you guys to start figuring out, because every riding session, every time you travel to work, every time you come home, every time you get on the bike and go, that is a training situation. That is practice, whether you think it is or not. That is practice every single time you hop on that bike. And there's always a few things that could lead up to a mistake or a crash. And if you could just get one of those out, it's a house of cards. The mistake, the house of cards is the crash. If you just start pulling out one or two, just one of the mistakes that would lead up to that crash, the whole thing will collapse and you'll have just a close call. But if you take out 3 or 4 or 5, you're not going to have a close call. I hope that helps. That helps me right now. So Logan says, the military term for process is called mission debriefing or root cause analysis. There's lots of doctrines out there that improve the process. Exactly. And for us, it was an after action report. For the fire services, an after action report or after incident report, AIR, AAR. And we would do it for everything. And it's good. We learn. That's how the industry got better. And I think that's what we need to do. How often would you recommend to service your motorcycle? In what terms? Like chain maintenance or oil replacement, fuel filter, all those different things. I'm going to tell you right now, at the end of the day, guys, everybody, not just Kays and Dean. Everybody, get a service manual for your bike. Your model, your bike service manual. It's different than the owner's manual. The service manual is going to give you the full maintenance list for every kilometer, mile, or whatever it is that you're in. It's going to give you the maintenance schedule, and then it's going to tell you how to do it. And then if like you're looking through it and it's like it tells you how to do it, it's like, oh gosh, that's too much, then take it to a shop. But you can save yourself a lot of money if you give yourself a little bit of education on the maintenance. Like for me, I'll do oil changes, chain maintenance. I won't do a tire change. I don't have time for that. It's just as expensive or cheap to just take it someplace and have them do it, and they're professionals. And then I'll do some upgrades. I mean, I'll change my exhaust. I'll change my bars. I'll change my clutch and brake levers and stuff like that. All the little things I'll do. Corey Lamb, where do you recommend riding in Tucson for a beginner in the foothills to practice going around corners? Corey, join the Discord, man. I could go into detail right now, but I think since we're local, nobody else will get it. Nobody will understand. We have an Arizona room. And I'll definitely we have a bunch of Tucson members. And if you're near me, because that's what I'm trying to get at, is that if you're near me, we'll figure something out. If you're further away, there's somebody in Tucson that's closer to you, and we'll figure something out. We'll get you to come to over here, and we'll practice. We'll do all this stuff, man. I'm here to help you. That's what I'm here for, man. Especially with these new videos coming out, it frees up a lot of time, so it's really good. All right, let's see. If you know you put out good, useful content, relax. You didn't. Awesome. Thanks, man. The bad things don't distract from the good things. The skills he did well can transfer into situations where you're doing nothing wrong, like if traffic suddenly stopped around. Nathan, you got it. You got it. You're getting it. Love it. Love it. Exactly. So let me reread that. So Nathan Jones. Everyone say, awesome job, Nathan. I don't know. Something. I want to give you a shout out, dude. The bad things don't distract from the good things. Bad and good are just a mistake, not mistake. There's not even bad or good. Did I miss some comments? If I missed your guys' comments, please rewrite it, please. I don't know which ones I missed. The skills he did well can transfer into situations where you're doing nothing wrong. Exactly. So the things that we're going to learn from his situation, the lane filtering, the great lane positioning, all that stuff, we can use that. And I talk about that in the video. It's like he put himself in a good spot. And then when he had to lane filter, when he was forced to lane filter, that's the thing. He was forced to do it to avoid. Now, if he did it on purpose, then yeah, he's kind of an idiot. But he was forced to do it. And it's like that little bit of a space that he was forced into. Guys, realize you could use that. So don't be forced into it. If that is an escape path, that's an option. That is an option to you. And that's what I was trying to show. It just I think how I delivered it might have not have been the best. So I'm going to do another video like that, and I will talk more so into that aspect. So I'm always getting better. The coaching's getting better, you know. Let's see. Let me see. Agreeing on a mix of what went wrong, what went right. Exactly. Reinforcing the good stuff with the video examples helped me personally. Being both of you, Brian and Nathan, good job, man. Both of you guys. The video that helped me the most recently was the counter steer one. I had a hard time wrapping my head around that in class. The instructor kept saying push forward, not press. Yeah, so there's different ways. There's different ways of just saying it. And that's why, like, when I say something and I do something with you guys, I make sure I say it like 3 or 4 different times, but in a different way. And I think it's a problem of mine. But from my own thought and learning process, is that if an instructor or somebody, like a teacher or somebody, says something and it doesn't click with me, it's not necessarily that the teacher is dumb. It's just that it didn't click with me. So if they said the same thing but like a different way, then and that one clicks with me, that works. So like I try to say the same thing like almost 3 or 4 different times. And that gets me in trouble because the MSF doesn't like me doing that. The MSF wants me to use their terms. And it's like, well, some people, I mean, slow look, press, and roll, for example. Press. It doesn't, some people are like, well, what do you mean press? And it's like, I have to, like, you know what I mean? I think I guys know what I mean. James Wiley, what video address got removed? I feel that we're doing the most terrific. I think you're doing is terrific because you're looking at multiple possibilities, not just one, and that's it. Who knows that actually, exactly. Don't sync levels. What you mean by that? Don't see. Oh, I think I know what you mean. But yeah, I think I know what you mean. Harley has the service manual for free for their site. All you need is your VIN number. Awesome. I didn't know that. I went and bought mine. That's weird. A while back. I'm getting the Indian FTR one though. You've watched a lot of them, Phoenix. Nice. Thank you. Are you still taking footage for close calls? Yes. Enigma for you. Exactly. Good question. There you go. I have a video submission because I keep getting copyright claimed. And this submission form will make it to where I can't. And I'm not getting copyright claimed from individuals. I'm getting copyright claimed from like big companies. So this right here will help. But yeah, you send it that way. The tie guard area. For Dan and any other guys out there who are struggling with depression, lack of purpose, etc., I want to suggest picking up a copy of King, Warrior, Magician, Lover by Gillette and Moore. Oh, wow. Okay. It's based off of Jungian psychology and has helped me. Awesome. Dude, I'm going to look. One sec. My favorite book. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to click that. My favorite book for my depression that I got was this book right here. Let me go ahead. This was the book that got me. This is the book that I love. So I don't want to talk about it. Overcome the Secret Legacy of Male Depression. It was a beautiful book. That's the thing, guys. I adore this book. I don't say that about much. Absolutely adore it. So Juice, the AZ room is not open to the public. We verify that you're an AZ and all that stuff. Juice, I would while you're in the Discord, say something just in the lounge. Be like, hey, I'm from Tucson. Is there a way to, or something like that? Be like, hey, I'm from Tucson. Can I get in the AZ something? You know, here, where are you at? Where are you at? I'll add you. Just say hi in the lounge. Say hi in the lounge and I'll add you. I could do that. I forgot. I'm the owner of the channel or the server. Also, if you are a YouTube member or YouTube member or patron, you get special access to the crew lounge and a bunch of other stuff. So make sure you are syncing up your Discord. Hey, there you go. Okay, so let me. There you go. So there, now you can see it. Now you can see it. So you are Juice. You're a YouTube member. So make sure you sync up your YouTube and your Discord so you get access to all that stuff. Okay. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sync. I'm gonna go ahead and resync the YouTubes. Let's see. I asked him many times, and the way he was showing push forward would cause the tire to turn right when I was wanting to turn left. Okay, so you have to be at speed. You have to be at speed for counter steering and all that stuff. About 15 to 20 miles an hour, then you'll start to counter steer. Anything below that, you're pretty much just direct steering. Let me get out of that. Let me get out of that. Sorry, guys. 1 second. There we go. Cool. I actually started pressing on my own. I saw your video on that, and I was doing that already. Yeah, so a lot of times with counter steering, you're pretty much already doing it without even thinking. But it's good to know why and how, because then you can start making that skill better. You know what I mean? I couldn't understand counter steering at first either. I had to practice a little by little until I just become natural pressing or whatever. Just didn't click for me. Okay, yeah. What clicked for you, Enigma? Like what phrase or word clicked for you? Because maybe I could start using that. Exactly, Michael. Okay, I think I got it. I think I understood what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. When people get on the channel, though, and they're like, you should be teaching trail braking to beginners, it's like, it's not a beginner skill. You know? It's a great skill to know. It's a great skill to know. It's just not for beginners. And I'm not teaching advanced riders. I'm teaching beginners. If you want to... A lot of the mistakes I see on these videos isn't because trail braking wasn't used. It's because they're going way too fast into the turn in the first place. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, even Total Control recommends trail braking in Total Control or the advanced class. So, there's a reason. I mean, at the end of the day, then is MSF and Lee Parks and everyone else a bunch of idiots? Nope. Nope, they're not. I'm following them. I defer my knowledge to people that did the research. They're not on YouTube, right? The MSF and total control people are not on YouTube. So their main thing is to do the work, like, you know, with the motorcycle training. And then I'm on YouTube, so my focus is content creation with their information. Does that make sense? Why reinvent the wheel? So part of it was light. I was on a light bike and I was still a bit timid with speed enough to start countersteering. I wanted to lean, but that's not enough. I had to push forward, but at the right angle. Yep. It happens. It happens. But Michael, yeah, I will keep my attitude. I will keep. I'm pretty level-headed. I do a lot of verbal judo, a lot of mental judo, and I think that came from 10+ years in the fire service, having to deal with angry patients and get a result out of them. You know what I mean? I think that's where it came from. But trust me, it does bother me. It does bother me. I have no problem admitting that. It does bother me. Brian, got your license last week? Congrats, bro. Congrats. But guys, these live streams usually last about an hour, and we've been doing an hour and a half. I've been having way too much fun. So I don't know. Could we keep going? CHC, hi Dan, I don't know if I'm steering the right way because I don't turn with the handlebar but with the body. I don't really think about it when turning, so I don't know if it's right. So if you're turning with the body, there's more than likely you are putting pressure on those handlebars. You just don't know it. But here's the thing, you need to make a conscious effort into pressing those handlebars. So let me rephrase that, because a lot of you guys are saying pressing is not a good term. So like I said, guys, help me come up with a new term then. But you do need to initiate counter steering to get the most effectiveness out of your turning. Just body positioning is not going to do enough. There's a great video from Yamaha Champion School. I have a comment on their video asking about joining them. Let me see if I can grab it for you. I think this is what I'll end it on. Actually, you want to do it? Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway, bros. Some broskies. Let's do a giveaway. So guys, this is the video. We're doing a giveaway. So don't leave yet, guys. Let's go back. Let's go to random.org. This is going to be for... What should I give away? Oh, I got some DDFM crew coasters. I just got some new coasters in. I'll do a DDFM sticker and 3 coasters. Okay? So a DDFM sticker and 3 coasters as the giveaway. So how does the giveaway work? We used to do this. They don't do messages on YouTube. So if you want to get a hold of me, guys, if any of you guys want to get a hold of me, join the Discord. That is what I'd use. So join the Discord and you can DM me there. All right. So what we're going to do, this is how this works. Okay, this is how it works. Is that this video right here, for the next 10 minutes, okay, for the next 10 minutes, if you type in DDFM crew is here, awesome video. If you type in DDFM crew is here, awesome video, I'm going to sort it by newest first. Anything after this for the next 10 minutes, if you go to this channel and you do DDFM crew is here and then you do something, you will be entered in. You'll be entered into the giveaway. We're going to do it for the next 10 minutes. Okay, guys? So here's the link. So you can leave this live stream, go to this video, type it, and come back. Okay? So go to that link, type in DDFM crew is here. Because who knows? Maybe they'll be like, oh, heck yeah, DDFM crew, let's get like a class going for the DDFM crew, you know what I mean? I think it'd be pretty cool. So type in that. Go to that video. Type in DDFM crew is here. Well, then say something nice. Say something nice. Say DDFM crew and then say something nice. If they think it's spamming, then that's fine, whatever. We're here to we're for the thing, for the giveaway. Plus, it gives them a lot of engagement and stuff. Let's go ahead and mute that. There we go. Moto Dave. Moto Dave and Buck Rogers. Yeah, boys. So what I'm going to do on the other side is that I'm going to go into... I'm going to create some notes. Let's do this. Let's do this. That's my old Harley. All right. Oh. All right, here we go. Perfect. So we got Moto Dave, Buck Rogers. Cool. So let me do this. Okay, Google. Set timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to do the normal Q&A, just kind of hang out for 10 minutes. But guys, go to this video, type in DDFM crew is here, and then watch the video, because that talks about body position. That's why I got there. So let me scroll back up. Let me scroll back up. Okay, so that CHT, the reason why I bring this video up is because CHT, when he says, I don't know if I'm steering in the right way because I don't turn with the handlebar, but with the body, I don't really think about it when I'm turning, so I don't know if it's right. So this video talks about that. This video talks about body positioning. This video is all about body positioning. Look at Champions School body position. You know what? I don't think we're going to get copyright claimed. You guys want to watch the video while we're doing this? Let's watch the video while we're doing this.
Hey, welcome back to these Champ School videos. We appreciate you tuning in. Nick Einach, Kyle Wyman, Chris Paris. We wanted to do one on body position, and there's a lot of opinion out there. There's a lot of things going on. We wanted to kind of break things down into general ideas and then specifics and chasing what we're doing. And one of the general ideas about body position, the reason we hang off on the racetrack quite a bit and even a little bit on the street, is to run less lean angle at a given speed at a given radius. So you move your body to the inside of the bike more, you can run less lean angle. That's one good general idea.
Yeah, another one is on corner exits, we want to drop our head as we're starting to add those points of acceleration. We're offsetting that throttle by moving our upper body, and it's
exactly, Andrew. Exactly.
Center of the tire, so we can kind of maximize our acceleration.
Put us in the best position to be able to adjust to what's going on. Generally, we want our weight to be inside. So if the center line of the motorcycle is straight up through the middle of the wheels, we want our weight to be inside and just in here so we have the adjustability.
That gets you started on the ideas behind body position and why we would encourage, no matter what you're doing, whether you're road racing with ARMA or you're doing track days.
Can you guys hear it okay? Let me know if you guys can hear it.
We encourage you to move like the best in the world move, and that's what we're going to chase. So that is the general idea behind body position. Let's go look at some specifics.
So one of the biggest things when it comes to body position is being able to set yourself up early for the corner, because corner entry is a fairly hectic part of the racetrack. So we want to get early preparation. We never want to enter the brake zone in the middle of the seat. So we'll get our weight transfer done early, and we'll sit up on the brakes.
I'm grabbing names.
Weight to the inside of the center line of the motorcycle.
I want to take a class with this guy, with these guys. They're 1 hour north of me.
When we sit up on the brakes, we're going to have a lot of forces going forward trying to put us over the front of the motorcycle. It's okay to take some load through the hands. You know, you're going to have some load through your outside leg into the fuel tank. We got good body position and good base set up here. But it's okay to load your hands. You know, one of the biggest myths we get is that you always have to be light on your hands, but you watch GP World Superbike guys, there's tons of load going through the hands, a lot of weight, upper body. As you start to tip into the corner, that's when your hands really start to try to relax, and your weight goes through the inside peg, outside leg into the fuel tank as you pull the bike down into the corner.
You guys are awesome.
All right, so Kyle talked about we're going to load our hands under those brakes, but we want to think about, you actually want to be off that fuel tank, maybe fist distance. So we're going to get a little bit further off it. You'll hear a lot of people get up on it, rotate around. Nobody good is doing that. So we want to get off that fuel tank and think when we're entering that
exactly, you're right.
We want one whole butt cheek off to the inside. So we're getting off that tank, scooting our butt over. We're going to have our hands building some pressure straight up and down on those brakes. But the moment we want to start tipping that bike into the corner, we tuck in on the straightaway, we sit up on the brakes. When we start to turn in, that inside arm can relax, but that outside arm is staying fairly straight. So as that head comes in, upper body, chest comes down, a good report card is I can feel this outside arm coming across the top of that fuel tank. And that's one of those report cards that let me know, hey, I am getting my mass of my body down onto the inside foot peg.
As we really get started on this body position idea, it starts with our feet. Our feet are our base. The inside foot peg off the edge of the foot peg about 1.5 inches. So there's our foot peg, foot's off the edge of it about 1.5 inches.
Real quick, they do talk about road racing in about 3 minutes. Or not road racing, but road riding in about 3 minutes. Sorry about that.
Now, we don't really worry much about the outside foot. We definitely worry about that outside leg. It's holding us in place. Stomach muscles are tight, crotch muscles are tight. We're hanging from that outside leg if you think about it that way. Weight against that outside leg against the fuel tank. Weight on the inside foot. Ankle flex forward, toe pointed, toe over the edge of the foot peg. As we go across the seat, left to right, right to left, we do a miniature squat. If your bike twitches every time you move across the seat, you're pulling on those handlebars, you're pulling on that steering stem. So get rid of that twitch, we have to do a miniature squat. So we're using our thighs up and over across the seat to the other side, left side, driving it out, up and over across the seat to the right side. As we talked about with Kris, we never stop in the middle. So we don't go right-hand corner, middle, left-hand corner. We go right-hand corner, miniature squat, all the way across to the left. As we go across the seat, our outside leg automatically into that beautiful notch in the fuel tank.
That's fine, Dave. Thank you. I like it.
We drop our head in, the way Kris talked about, the butt in that right position. So if you'll think about it, it starts with the feet. If your feet are flat on the foot pegs, if your feet are inside the tip of the foot peg, you'll struggle with this. That foot turns about a 45-degree into the corner. We turn that foot into the corner, flex that ankle forward, we load that foot. That helps us put our head down to the inside because weight goes right down onto that inside axis of the gyro that some people call a foot peg. So we talk about body position all the time, BP, but there's a second facet to this idea of body position, and that's body timing. So body timing, what does that mean?
Body timing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, position is where.
What about body timing?
All Grand Prix, whatever that might mean to you. The timing of it is how quickly does that weight arrive on the foot peg. So if you have a fairly quick section of racetrack, quick section of corners on the street, the rate that the body comes up and over and that weight arrives on that foot peg is how quickly it'll turn. Big long entry corners, bodies can move a lot slower because we want to put that weight down into that foot peg a little bit slower.
Another big thing with body timing is to protect yourself during track days, especially with no brake lights a lot of the times, you know, taped off, stuff like that. You know, we tuck in the straightaway and we sit up on the brakes. You know, we want to be a human brake light for people. If we're always tucked in, and then we go to the brakes without sitting up, we can shock the rider behind us. If we never tuck in, same thing, right? So we want to tuck in. As we drive out of the corner, we tuck into the bubble, and then we sit up on the brakes, and we continue our process.
This body position helps you save a tire. It helps you get by on a really creamed up tire. I mean, you're doing endurance races where literally the cords are showing at the end of the stem.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Body big deal?
Huge deal.
Good. But let's skip to the street
So that-
a little bit.
So this guy right here, he's going to skip to the street. So this is what I want you guys really to focus on. He gave you guys a lot of good information from a track. Okay, so he's talking about track riding. Now we're going to go into street riding, and he's going to start utilizing some of the stuff you learned from the street to the track. It's going to be different. This is what I absolutely love about Champ School, and this is why I'm going to take a class with them, because they're differentiating the two different types. I'm going to be taking a street class with them. It's going to be an all-day thing on the track and on a parking lot. So it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for it. This guy right here, if you guys are wondering who this older gentleman is, he created the program for the Marine Corps. He is the guy that created it. They asked him to create it. So, great stuff. We're going to go ahead and watch this.
We're doing on the street. Kris is street riding. You'll street ride when you get the paycheck, so it's pretty funny. But what we're doing on the street is we're just trying to take some of these ideas and how do we get weight to the inside of the motorcycle? How do we persuade all those gyros spinning to steer? And one way is just to move to the inside just a little bit. So it's literally, I mean, on the motorcycle, we might be hanging off on the racetrack full Grand Prix, full body, but on the street, it's just going to be down to the inside, bending that inside arm a little bit, getting everything off, like Kyle said, off to the inside. We believe if you're hanging off really aggressively on the street, if you're trying to drag your knee on the street, you're going so fast that you're going to hurt yourself pretty badly. There's just no time to adjust to some of the emergencies out there. The police officers don't like it, I'm pretty sure. So we try to use a little bit of body position that is mature and sophisticated, but just off to the inside. So right-handers up and over to the left-handers.
Exactly.
In other words, we aren't sitting in the middle of the motorcycle, nor are we sitting up on top of the motorcycle. We're just bending at the waist, everything off to the inside, to get some weight on that axis of that gyro, and to put ourselves in a position to help the bike steer just a little bit. That's a big help for you street riders. Try it, especially cruiser riders. How big a deal on the cruisers?
I was just going to say, it doesn't really matter what bike you ride, even if you're more in the middle of the seat on a street bike, it's amazing what you can accomplish just by moving your upper body and pushing the bike up underneath you. So, you come around a blind corner and there's gravel out on the road, or there's water running across, or, pick your excuse, right? But let's have a tool in our toolbox so we can really just adjust to those situations.
Problems that we see in our school, certainly the people we race against, and CP, one of them is they've got their butt off and they start to move, and then everything stops moving and they don't hang off far enough.
We'll end the
to hang off. What can
We'll end the giveaway when this video is done.
they do to fix that?
Yeah, a lot of weight kind of stops on that inside bar, so they start to move their body, but when their arm's kind of pinched into their side body and the hand is wrapped square around the throttle grip, it doesn't allow for their elbow to come out and that upper body to start moving and coming down into the corner. So what we really need to think about is the position of our hand on that throttle grip. So thinking about, we're always going to kind of keep the contact between that thumb and pointer finger. As we want to start moving down into the corner, that elbow bends, the outside of that palm starts sliding up on top of that throttle, and you'll notice my fingers start pointing to the outside of the corner. If I come up and over, that same screwdriver grip, as we drop our body and hand relaxes, those fingers rotate to that outside, and that allows you to start getting some weight off the inside bar and moving that upper body.
Okay, so we see riders with a very vertical back, upright. We fixed our hand grip situation, but what about the vertical back? We want to get really low, but what's preventing us from doing that?
Yeah, normally what we'll see is riders are just too close to that fuel tank. So they sit up, they're hunched forward. When they start trying to move, they get kind of stomach, rib cage, everything hung up on that fuel tank. So we want to think, if we scoot back like we talked about, fist distance, something to get you back off that fuel tank, that starts giving us a little bit more of that horizontal back and allows my chest and everything to start clearing that fuel tank. So when I get right up on there, it's very hard. I can move my lower body, I could rotate around it, but my head's not really moving much.
See, this is with the sitting back. This is what I'm talking about with the being fit. So if you have a gut, this is going to have an issue with your
The
turning.
bike doesn't get much input. When I can get down back, I can really move that upper body and chest. Now when my weight comes over, it wants to pick the bike up off that stand. So getting back a little bit more to give yourself a little bit more distance.
CP, we're talking about problems. We see the bike in the brake zone, downshift, bike turns in, it wiggles at the turn in. It's a body position issue, but what's the fix?
Yeah, typically what we'll see is riders entering the brake zone in the middle of the seat, right? Which is something we're not wanting to do. So we'll see a rider roll onto the brakes, they catch their downshift, and then when they move, they put weight into those handlebars. It gets the thing wanting to swap maybe a little bit more than is necessary. So we can kind of resolve that problem by the butt comes over before we sit up. We catch our downshift. Right now, my weight's still in the center of the seat because my head is in line with the motorcycle. Downshift, downshift. Now, as I start to relax that inside hand and move that upper body, I can put that load in the foot plate smoother.
We're all 5'8" and smaller and shorter, which is good size for these motorcycles. Brian Smith, one of our instructors, 6'1", and Brian, you got to do things a little bit different.
6'1".
How do you get yourself to work well on a sport bike this size?
Well, the very first thing is that I have to always consciously get back in the seat in order to give my body room to get down in between my knee and the motorcycle when we enter the turn. So under the brakes, it's intuitive, and that inertia is pushing your body forward. So you have to continually move yourself back, and the further back, the bigger the guy, the further back you want to move, and that allows you to open up enough to get your body to drop down inside of the between your leg in the motorcycle.
So it's fair to say, Brian, at 6'1", your butt is touching the back of the seat on an R6.
Yep.
Everybody good on that idea? If you taller riders, we're going to be back, butt touching the back of that seat, because that gives you that clearance, literally, ribcage clearance to get down inside the fuel tank. Hey, to wrap this whole body position thing up, there's a bunch of reasons to do this, and we're going to give you a couple of them. My reason for doing this at an older age, and not really that tickled about hitting the ground, is I can run the same exact lap time, the same exact cornering speed with less risk than everybody I'm around if I can move more. If I can get that body off more and magnify those body position issues, I can get my bike to steer better, run less lean angle at the exact same lap time. So all of a sudden, my lap time stays quick, my risk levels go down. That's a pretty good way to ride a motorcycle. That's why I like it.
Yeah, when you look at all the best riders in the world, they're really the ones that design this bike. All the inputs that they give the engineers, they're riding it a certain way. So the more I could look like any of these riders where they're getting that body down in there, it makes a huge difference. So I'm trying to emulate what the best riders in the world are doing.
Yeah, so I mean, in addition to those reasons, you know, riding at the professional level, for me, the body position, it saves more crashes, it saves more drama. You know, we're so close to the edge in so many different corners and situations with, you know, tires that go off and you know, everything that's happening throughout a race distance is a lot. And, you know, for me to be in a position to save more crashes and be closer to the edge longer, to be consistent, I mean, that's the biggest reason for me.
Hey, thanks for tuning into this Champ School stuff. We appreciate it. All ships rise as we get these ideas across, and we hope you pass these champions habits on.
I love what he just said. All ships rise. So Michael, I think Tuzinski, is that how you say it? To go back to what you said, it doesn't matter who's saying it. All ships will rise. When tide rises, all ships rise. So he's saying, if you can learn from us, great. If you can learn from somebody else, great.
Longer, to be consistent,
Love it.
That's the biggest reason for me.
Hey, thanks for tuning into this Champ School stuff. We appreciate it. All ships rise as we get these ideas across, and we hope you pass these champions habits on to your friends. We hope you link this video and get these ideas that there's some basic things that really work. These champions habits really work, and study this body position and make it part of your riding program.
Exactly. So champschool.com, 855-743-3927. I'm going to do another, I'm going to do a quick check on who's posted. I think we're good. So in the chat, so we got 22 members. Okay, so we got, not 22 members, we got 22 people that posted on here. Let me go ahead and redo it. So it went 41 comments, 47 comments. Awesome. See, I'm liking everybody's stuff too. Thank you guys for supporting a great content creator, a great instructor. That group of people, I love them. They're great. So there we go. So I liked everybody. So we're gonna do 1 through 21. So here we go. So guys, if you get picked, you guys need to make sure you send me your information on my email or on the Discord, and we're gonna verify that it's actually you. Okay? So I still think you need to show up there with a scooter. So we're going to do 1 through 21, so you can see everybody's name right here. It's a random, so 1 through 21. So there's no me picking and choosing random people. There we go. 20. So Soul Mojo. Soul Mojo, are you still here? Soul Mojo, you still here? You just won 3 coasters, 3 DDFM coasters. It's probably like a 1 use, and then you throw it away. That's why I'm giving you 3. But then you're going to get some DDFM stickers, bro. You get some free stickers. Oh, you're welcome, Suzu. Hopefully I said that right. Soul Mojo, awesome. So join the Discord. If you're on Discord already, awesome, 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 awesome. But if you're not, I need you to join the Discord, bro. I need you to join the Discord. So congrats. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Dave, do you watch Stone Mountain also? But yeah, I love Stone Mountain. I've been watching for years. Congrats, man. So join the Discord. Send me a private message, man. Send me a private message, and then I'll get that out to you. It's from PUBG. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. The winner, chicken dinner. But he always says it. So I never played PUBG. Maybe that's why I got it there. You're smart. You smart. All right. So join Discord. Private message me, and then I'll get your information, man. And we'll figure something out how to get it to you. Awesome, guys. So let me go back to this. Yeah, it's been a thing. It has been a thing. So guys, if you'd like to support the channel, so like right here, it's gonna update. So 463 patrons. I'm gonna be traveling the country. I'm gonna do a cross-country tour at 500 patrons. So if you want me to, I mean, we're talking in the chat right now, getting some excitement and everything. But I just want you guys to understand that once we hit 500, I can travel. I'm gonna get a van and I'm gonna put my bike in the back of it. And I'm gonna travel, and I'm gonna treat it like it's a vacation, you know, because I'm gonna be traveling with my family. We've got new updates. So it'd be a lot of fun. So you guys get to kind of meet everybody, and we get to hang out. Yeah, it's a 2-hour live stream. That's crazy. Bobbi, so he won DDFM coasters. I got some coasters. I got them for fun, and then some DDFM stickers for free. Just all you guys had to do is comment on that video, and we watched the video. It was a great video, and randomized entries. So yeah, this is all random. So I random.org, and then put your guys' name, how I saw it, randomized. Perfect. I love it. So maybe we can do that for the next stream. You guys want to do that for? I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, and if you guys want me to do like a giveaway every stream, I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, let's see if we can get to 500 patrons again. Especially if we're gonna watch like a really good video. You know what I mean? Like a really good video, like one of those. A coaster. So this is, I have a wood one. For my desk, but I have like I got like 50 cheap DDFM crew ones. It's just they're for fun. So you put your drink on it. So the table doesn't get all messed up. TTFN. That would be awesome to meet. I would have Kat. Oh, it'd be fun. I gotta get her. If we can get a decent amount of patrons, I can get her to quit her job, and we can do this full time, and you're gonna see a lot more Nikki. Like, I'm serious. The only reason why we don't have a lot of Nikki videos is because when she gets home, she's tired. So it'd be really cool to have her to quit, but we have to be financially stable also. So let's get to 500 patrons, guys. If you would like to join the free Discord, remember, Discord is absolutely free, and I want to show you guys what the Discord looks like. So the Discord is absolutely free. We're going to be ending the live stream. If you would like to join the Discord, guys, please do so. The Discord is absolutely free. Oh, Enigma, I would love to go to are you talking about Canada or California? Canada or California? So this is live right now. So let me type in stream. Hi. See, Renzo's here. California. Oh, yeah. I would love to. I'd love to travel there. I would love to. Vito just joined the server. He just slid right in, boys. Just slid right in. See, that's cool. Everyone gets to see. If you guys super chat, so there's that little monetary symbol. Or there should be. There's that little monetary symbol on the bottom. And that is called the super chat. If you super chat, it shows up. So I'm going to actually, I'll super chat myself just so you guys can see it. So watch, I'm going to super chat myself, which is kind of dumb because then I just paid myself money. But YouTube took a cut of it. So I just super chatted myself for future reference, guys. See how it just popped up? I literally just super chatted and I donated to the stream myself. So if you guys would like to support the channel that way, that is a great way to do so. Okay. Oh, Bobbi, dude, I would love to, man. Yeah, 125 is kind of hard to go. You have to find a lot of back roads, man. Yeah, look at that. See, and then it pops up. So if you guys would like to support the channel that way, it's a great way to support the channel. Click that little monetary symbol at the bottom of the chat, and it really helps out. It really does. He's in West LA. Oh, heck yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. I would love to. Good day, Adrian. How you doing, man? Yeah, we're ending the stream right now. We did 2 hours. join the Discord, guys. The Discord's free, and I'll hang out there for the next hour at least. The kids just got home, but I'll be on the phone. See, that's the cool thing is it's a phone app and a desktop app. So chat for free. Oh, I don't know why it does that. Let's pop out chat. Look at Get Low. Heyo. So if you guys would like to join the Discord, there's the Discord right there. Enigma, awesome. Thank you. I'll do more Tuesdays and Thursdays, guys. All right. I gotta get going. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Enigma.